Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. This is Binkaby speaking with my first video for this site. I am pretty excited to bring you a Innistrad draft, one of my favorite formats of all times. It's awesome, zombies, werewolves, whatever. So looking at this pack, we have Instigate the Gang, which is pretty good, very good actually. Murder of Crows, also very good. Bonds of Faith and Claustrophobia as the best cards. I think Bonds of Faith is the worst of them. Instigate the Gang is pretty sweet. I do like blue though, but since there are two blue cards, that is pretty good. I'm gonna go with the Instigate the Gang. I like red as well. Might get some Brimstone Volors or something. Looking at this pack, we have 3 green cards that is pretty good, and the rest is not very good. I do like a Pitchburn Devil or 2, but not as my second pick. So I usually like to pair red with black if I can, or blue. We have shipped a bunch of blue already, so that's not very exciting. You could also pair it with green, and I think Prey Upon is the best card, and Werewolves tends to go big, so I'm gonna pick that. It's so much better than the other cards, so okay, we might have to reconsider that. Murder of Crows, still a very good card. But I think we will take Fiend Hunter. It's a pretty clear signal that white is open, and we also saw a travel prep, so I'm gonna pick that up and hedge a bit and see what we get past in the next pack. I do like Instigate again. If you can get him going, it's just no way that you will lose. But it's fine. I like green-white as well. Red-white, not so much. Here we have a Dark Thicket Wolf, which goes pretty well with the green-white cards we have. I'm gonna move this to the sideboard for now, but keep it in mind. I think the green-white deck is extremely powerful when you get cards like Prey Upon and Fiend Hunter to allow you to keep the pressure up. The games excuse me, the games where you lose is the games when you have to decide whether to play a removal spell or the next creature, and hopefully we won't get into that situation with those cards. So what we're looking for here is obviously travel prep, more Dark Thicket Wolves. Wouldn't mind like a Voiceless Spirit or something. See, more good blue cards. So blue is open. I have recognized that. I don't really like Spider Grasp. Don't really like Scavenger in a deck like this. But I'm not a big fan of Unruly Mob either. I'm gonna pick the Scavenger here. It's nice to have one creature that is a bit larger. So here I really like Chapelgeist, but Elekathar is just so good when you get a bunch of humans. Like, they will have to trade for him, and then he lends all his power to another creature, which is very good. It's also nice to have a creature that you want to die, since you do have Morbid. So we'll see. So I think it's a pretty decent first pack so far. We could have gone with Murder of Crows in the first pack and have like another one and a pretty good blue deck, but can't have it all. This is a pretty disappointing pack overall. I don't really like Smite Monstrous. It's good against us. The Spider, the same, it's pretty clunky. Mulch, I could consider playing one if we get like 3 travel preps. then it might be correct. Or like if we get a Gavany Township, then I would definitely run a mulch. Gavany Township is pretty good. So let's see, this will be pick 7, so we have 2 more packs. So we could still get like an Orchard Spirit or something. No, those packs is just completely blank. Kinder Catch is not very good. But neither of those cards are very good. I'm gonna pick Sensor Deprivation for the odd chance that we go like green-blue, but I don't think so. Alright. And this is, let's see, yeah, this is our first pack. So Murder of Crows got taken, but no other blue cards. So yeah, we're gonna pick that up and see where we go from here. Sure, Fortress Crab. So now we have basically the blue cards we have is a bit worse than the white cards, but we will keep them in mind. If we open like I don't know, a Snapcaster Mage is not a good reason to go into blue, but it's a pretty good card otherwise. Do we want a Curse of the Bloody Tome? It's a pretty slow win condition, to say the least. But I have won games with Curse of the Bloody Tomes before. Sure, we can pick a Moon Mist. Counterspell. And a land. Alright. So it dried up pretty quickly. Yeah, our first packs with like Dark Thicket Wolves and stuff went pretty well, but then something happened. So here we have Cackling Counterpart is not fantastic. Guys Catches Rig is pretty good, but pretty expensive. I'm gonna pick the Hamlet Captain. 2-drop, beats down, human. Don't need much more than that. Makes the Fiend Hunter able to get in there. Yeah, I like Hamlet Captain, he's good. And we can still go into blue if we need it. That there is a Claustrophobia that wheels is a pretty big sign. I mean, yeah, it's double blue, but Scub Ruinator, same thing. He is not that great if you don't have a dedicated deck for him, and we don't at the moment. I think it's good otherwise though. Silent Departure is fantastic, but we do have a Prey Upon, and we know we're gonna play green, so sure, Prey Upon is pretty good. Let's see here. Okay, another pack with good blue cards, Claustrophobia, Silent Departure. But for us we have a Midnight Haunting or a Silver Inlaid Dagger, and I will definitely pick the Haunting. It's supreme with Travel Prep, and we do lack creatures at the moment. So we can take a third Prey Upon, but now I'm more in the market for creatures. And I do like the Festerhide board a lot. But I'm gonna pick the Elcathar here. We still want humans. Counters are good. He's a 3-drop. Yeah. So we're getting some good white cards here, which is pretty good. Could also be in the market of splashing, but I'd prefer not to. I guess with a mulch it's easier. So let's see. Another thing with drafting flashback formats is that it could be a lot of people that doesn't have any experience with the format, and that makes the draft very much harder than it has to be. Like, if you know that Innistrad is a format where you really need to stay course and take every playable you can get your hands on, you can't mess around with other colors. I'm gonna take Silver Chase Fox. I like him. He's a 2-drop and he has an activated ability which is decent. Ambush Viper, or what do we have that make tokens? It's just, yeah. Cathar, yeah, I'm gonna take Ambush Viper. Like the card. Is it time for a Spidery Grasp now? Holberg is pretty good with tokens. If we can get like Mausoleum Guards, it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna pick it over that. Here we can take a Blazing Torch or another Viper, and I'm gonna pick up a Viper. We're getting to the crucial point of 2-drops here. Ooh, interesting. Do you want the 5 or the 6-drop? The 6-drop has more upside. And we have seen a number of crows. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pick the Guy's Catcher's Rig. A Scavenger. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the guy. Sideboard card, always nice. So our curve is a bit high at the moment, but there's not much we can do about that. I mean, I wouldn't be sad to be playing a number of high cards, but anyway. So we have like the Mulch, the Cathar, and one of the more expensive cards at least that we would like to cut. Witchbane Orb, rocked it in standard for a while, pretty good. From the sideboard obviously, but getting hexproof is a pretty significant effect. So what do we have? We have 2 Prey Pawns, a Fiend Hunter as removals. I guess the Ambush Vipers too. What we want is like Mausoleum Guards. I guess more Midnight Hauntings is always welcome. Now I would be in the market for a Doom Traveler too. The Holberg is a powerful effect if you can utilize it. Sure, you can have a Curse of Oblivion. I want more mountains. So let's see what the last pack has to offer. Gavin Township. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that. If the Township wasn't here, there's really only one good card left for us, and that's Spectral Rider. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't think it will wheel, but we're gonna pick Gavin Township and be happy about that. Interesting, more good blue cards, but I think this is the time for a boar. I like him a lot, and there was really nothing else for us. We could pick a Mask of Avacyn, but I don't think that's really what we want to be doing. Now since we have the Township, I'm fine with having a Mulch. So let's see here what we can get. Could you get a second Township? It's always something. Spectral Rider or Silver Chase Fox. There's so many good blue cards today. I'm really sad about that. Spectral Rider is better than the Fox, but he's much harder to cast. And we are looking to be almost more green than white, so I'm gonna pick the Fox here. It's no point having cards that are better but uncastable. Dead weight. So Doom Traveler, yeah, seems perfectly fine. Here we have a Gnaw to the Bone, if we wanna go anti-aggro. Now I think I will pick up a blazing torch. We're getting to the point where it could actually do a lot of work. Jeez, we could have had like 2 murder of crows, 3 claustrophobias, 3 silent departures. But that's fine. I'm gonna pick Moment of Heroism here. I like to have pretty much exactly 1 in my deck. Oh look, the most opened rare for me during the Innistrad era. Nothing to brag about, I guess. No, not really. Gonna snag a card from someone. We would like 1 or 2 more good playables, and then I would be pretty happy with where we are. Cathar fits that bill. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 humans. It's not really the number I'm hoping for, but it's okay. Bramble Crush for the sideboard. So we still get the Mask of Avacyn. I might actually run that over one of the big creatures. Probably cutting 1 Hollow Hinge Scavenger for it. Just because we have seen so many removal spells, like infinite number of claustrophobias and silent departures and brimstone volleys and whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have a Purify the Grave, I think. Usually I don't like to run this card, but I think it will be okay here. Also, when you invest so much in equipping a Demon Mail Hallberg, it's pretty good to be doing it on something with hexproof. Like if we can get some stuff out, get a mask on something, and then equip this, it's a pretty good beating. So we have a couple of roads to victory. We can beat down, since we have some 1-drops. No, this is not going how I was planning it. There we go. We got some 1-drops and a decent amount of 2-drops. That will help us get out of the gates fast. Our late game cards, yeah, we can also win the late game with the township, and we also have the Demon Mail Hallberg for the surprise factor. So for the board we have a Bramble Crush, more life gain and fatties if we want them, Paraceline and Purify the Grave. Don't think we will need this, but you never know. So I would expect the mana base to be pretty much 50-50 here. Yeah, and that's what Modo says too, and I tend to agree today. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with where we ended up. No travel preps, that's a shame, but I mean, I think this deck is, if we remove one of the big cards, the Hallberg and the Mask for 3 travel preps, we're basically at a top-notch green-white deck. So I will be back shortly with game 1. See you soon.